threat of plastic waste is plaguing our environment, causing a global crisis that may become irreversible. Organization and transparency play a major role in companies' success, not only when it comes to environmental suitability, but also in every aspect of a business. It's essential for companies to have a clear, easy-to-interpret definition of what sustainability means to their business. This definition should focus on which of the company's goals and elements fit into the 4 R's: resourceful, renewable, restorative, and responsible. Putting these elements into the 4 R's allows for consumers and your employees to understand your company's goals and aids in data tracking and goal measuring. Many companies may market terms such as zero waste or sustainability, but are they using these terms correctly? Some believe these words can be used interchangeably, but they have 2 very different meanings. As defined in the book, zero waste from a business perspective is when the business tracks all of its waste streams and ensure that all of its waste is recycled, resold, reused, etc., whereas sustainability is meeting the needs of current generations without affecting future generations. When attracting consumers, it is important to have a diverse team to get a variety of opinions from. Being able to obtain them from different ages, genders, as well as races can all contribute to varying opinions and values commonly found in different demographics. More perspectives allow for more solutions. Lacking diversity can hinder innovation and performance. Having a variety of people from different backgrounds can not only help educate us as a company, but also help us to avoid certain designs or clothing items that might be offensive or in poor taste to certain cultures.
Customers do not want to be represented partially. There needs to be diversity in the workplace so for everyone can have items specifically made for them.
Sizing, for example, can be an issue when it comes to clothing companies. It's an issue if customers who are considered plus size feel excluded because certain clothing items don't fit them.
Communicating with other employees is also encouraged, and a zero tolerance based on anyone's race, gender, or age should not be tolerated.
We strive for our workplace to be a comfortable environment
For all.
Making it known that our brand helps with waste reduction in order to make our clothes can help attract customers to our brand. Customers can walk away knowing that they're helping with the restoration of the environment by buying from our brand. Keep in mind, consumers tend to stray away from companies whose methods disalign with their beliefs, such as killing animals for fur or accessories. With more and more people becoming more educated on the global issue of climate change, a lot of people want to help with reversing the damage done upon the earth, but don't know how to go about it.
Although our product itself is helping the environment, we must make sure that our production process in our factories is sustainable.
Energy sources used to power the production of our product can be harmful to the environment. For example, coal, natural gas, and oil release harmful emissions. Using solar, wind, or geothermal energy sources are better alternatives. Factories produce dirty water, which can be harmful to ecosystems. One way we can help this problem is by implementing biowells, which according to Google, are linear channels designed to concentrate and convey stormwater runoff while removing debris and pollution. Biowells can also be beneficial in recharging groundwater.
So if I wanted it puffy up here, then I cut it here, and then I spread these 2 things apart, so then your pattern ends up being, well here, wait, there's 2 ways of doing it. So if I wanted puff up here, but I wanted to fit tight here, then I would cut it to here, and then I'd spread it open, so it'd end up being like this, but still coming back to this point. Does that make sense? Right, so now, that's going to be, there's more, so think about this is gathering into a tight armhole, so then I've added material, so it's going to be puffy up here, then it's going to fit tight. If I wanted to do a sleeve that's like this, right, so if this is my dress, and I'm doing like, so it's like roughly here and roughly there, does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I see.
Then I would have it be full on the bottom too, right? Because then that would have to gather, like scrunchy down into this distance, right? Does that make sense? So it just becomes like a big geometry pattern to do all these things, like talking about your skirt. So if the skirt pattern, the basic sloper skirt will look like this. It comes to, it'll be straight, right? So these are darts because typically women have, there's this, there's the hips and then the waist, which are usually two different measurements, right? So you have, in order to get it to fit, fabric has to be removed. Otherwise you have puff here. So like you want this to fit smoothly, you have to take out the fullness that exists here, right? So you can curve some of it in here, but if you just cut it out like this, it would be, women are not flat here, right? So like the roundness of the belly would not work, right? So unless you had somebody that had a total washboard stomach, which most people don't, right? There's curve here as well as curve here coming into the waist, and then way more curve in the back, right? Now, how many of you have clothes that like bunch up right here, right? Or how many of you have jeans or pants when they hang out the back because you had to buy them to fit your booty and not your waist, right? So there's certain companies, like think of a company like Apple Bottom Jeans is specifically making jeans that they're made for women with big butts, right? And they have tight waist and small waists, and it's also specifically targeting African American women too, right? Because that's